So I'm here in Santa Monica, and I was just in a shop. I was doing karaoke, and this microphone runs out of juice. And then so I ran into a store, wanted to buy a battery pack, and it's $40, and the guy keeps asking me something in Nueva, and I said, what does that mean? He keeps repeating. Says, are you new here? Are you a tourist? Are you new here? And then so I'm the first one, like I want to connect with people, I talk to them, see what they're about, what's going on with them. And he keeps repeating it. He keeps repeating, are you new here? Are you tourist here? And then any attempt I make to find out why he's asking it, he covers it up. And then and I'm familiar with that. When someone keeps repeating the same exact words over and over again, it's often something. It's either malicious, they have some cognitive impairment, or mental condition. But usually it's like they're blocking communication, right? They're not they're not trying to get any other way out to get to a point. The point isn't to communicate, therefore. You see that they have some other agenda, obviously. And then it was he wanted to know if I'm a tourist so he can rip me off, right? And I've had them when I've gone other countries, Hawaii and Baja, other places that they do that. They rip you off. They find that you're a tourist. They figure you don't know the currency. Easy to fall. You're in a different environment, and then they take advantage of that. They feel and it does feel, but you do realize it. You do realize that doing that, then it's too late. So I said, look, and then I gave him a chance. I said, look, I know what you're doing. It's been done to me before. Are you gonna, come clean? And he wouldn't. And then he wouldn't look me in the eye. It was obvious. He's covering up. You can someone's BSing you. And look, I can tell you BSing me. Are you gonna come clean? Because if you do, that could actually, make it. Businesses get it wrong, and then they do something. Look, I got it wrong, and people, I'll make it up to you. Look, I know you're saying they come clean. Be honest with you. It could actually be better if you get it wrong and actually do get it better. So this is the thing. If you've lived long enough, been around the block a few times, and did some research, and you can see abuse when you see it. When you look at stuff, you can see someone's holding something back, this is deception, or blocking communication, maliciousness, mental condition. You see it. You can see it. You're looking at it. There it is. Like, it's so obvious. And then you ask about it, and then they get a cover up, and then it confirms it. Right? You give somebody a chance to come clean, they don't. They cover it up, and cover up is so obvious. It's cover up. The defense mechanism. So, and then yes, what it is. You see so much corruption around you, so much. Then it's the tendency of someone who doesn't know any better would be to get kind of maybe bitter, there's that word, there's a word for it, it'll come to me, And then this unhealthy way of dealing with that, of perceiving that, unless you know what it really is. See, that's the novice, the beginner, the foolish person who doesn't know enough would then not deal with this with the right way, and start feeling how horrible the world is and how unjust. And there's certainly a lot of poets and artists and that do that, and just go around saying how horrible it is, and then so those of us who know not to do that, who know better, what is it we know? It's not that. It certainly is one way you can look at it. That's a truth you can choose to believe, but it's not what I believe. You see, it's just maybe one little aspect of the truth. But when you see bigger, you see better through it, and then realize that it's not really what it seems. It's not what it's portraying itself to be, this world. And that it's kind of a mask about it that makes you think that's what it is. It's pretending to be that's what it is. If you choose to, fall into that maybe, let's say it's a misunderstanding. If you look at it and think that's what it is, and it's made intentionally that way, that you learn that. And then see through it, you see, and not get frustrated by it, and not getting bitter about it. I'm still looking for that word. Amazing. If it comes back to me while I'm making this video, would be nice, I heard that the guy saying it in that class at CSUN, the history class. It was modern history. It wasn't too far back. It was history within my own. It was American history. Cynics. He was saying that the teacher was being cynical all the time about, and one of the smartest students seemed like was saying, "Oh, this is what college does. Is it spews out cynics," because that's everything the professor was saying. Look how cynical view of politics and people and organizations. You get a lot of that, you see, and the fact that you get in that from a college professor, and which is not good. Cynicism is not good. Getting cynical because you see it is a tendency that naturally comes about when you see how much corruption and everything's about money. People are saying it's all money, and I've certainly heard it. You see that every day, everywhere. That's all the motivations about money, and that's why it's corrupt. Money is, and then so then look, you see it in me. You see, it's obvious, right? And then, so that's a trap I don't want to get into, because then that's why it says I gotta learn to not to get into that. Because if you believe that, you see, and you keep vibing that condition, Let's see. So, people, almost everyone's aware that the things you dwell upon are the things you create in your life, right? And then the people who actually implement that knowledge and are careful about, watch what they think about, and then choose carefully, mindfully, the thoughts and emotions that they have, the things they allow their awareness to dwell on. And then so that, like, you're a captain of your soul, of your life, and you take responsibility for it, and then not think thoughts of victimhood. Instead, you are the source of your own life, and know how the process, and you are the process that's creating your life, that's projecting this reality around you. All of this is us, right? It's our dream, and we're the dreamer. Then you wouldn't do that. All the people who always complain about others, the abuse they're getting, yeah, I know, was doing that a lot, right? And then so that I would get to the point of stop doing that. I guess I would say, well, I'm experiencing it. I want to understand it. I think you want to understand it. You stop making that excuse, which is what it is. You want to be honest with yourself, right? Okay, this is my dream, and I stop dwelling on the corruption of it, and I see it. And then if I'm looking at it, and when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change, right? Who said that? The guy, Wayne Dyer, yeah, right? Wayne Dyer said that, okay? And yeah, so this okay, so I just said that the way I'm seeing it, it's not really what it is. It's made that way for me to take responsibility and choose to see it as it really is, which isn't really what it portrays itself to be. It's pretending to be. And then so if I realize it's just made that way for me to implement that. So I'm doing that. Like that's not what it is. It's not that people are corrupt. All they want is money, and they rip you off. They abuse you for it. It's just pretending to be that. So if I choose to see it that way, I'm not bitter about it. Right? I think that's what it is.